Hello and welcome, everyone. I'll adjust my camera. Hello and welcome, everyone, to the Friday, July 1st edition of the ContribEx Contributor Comms subproject meeting. As you all know, we are part of the Kubernetes project, which has a code of conduct. So please be excellent to each other. Basically, it says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees. And let's get going for today. I put in one thing into the updates big wins because I feel that it is a big win, which is that we finally got all of the 1.24 feature blog tweets together. I just went ahead and scheduled them all because I knew where the list of all the ones that we hadn't done yet was. So I figured it'd be easiest if I just kind of put them all together. So by the end of today, they will all be out. Plus, we've got plenty of other work that we're working on. So don't have to worry about that one anymore. And we'll update that in the table when we come to it. Are there any other updates, big wins before we move on to new items?
I guess a win of some sort. My talk got accepted at the open source summit. It was about Kubernetes.
I couldn't hear that very well. Anyone catch it?
Sorry. I guess a win of some sort. My talk about Kubernetes got accepted at open source summit.
Oh, exciting. Congratulations. Your talk about Kubernetes got accepted to open source summit. That's what I heard, right?
Yeah.
Yay, so exciting. If you need any help preparing your talk or anything, feel free to reach out. More than happy to help.
Sure. Thank you.
Awesome, so excited. If you all ever want to do any speaking or anything, more than happy to help you with CFPs or talk ideas or anything like that. Always open to you. I'm going to put that in. Sheet got a Kubernetes talk. Where is the open source summit being held? Let me ask. Because there was the one in Texas, but there's another one.
No. So that got over, I guess. But this one is open source summit Latin America.
Ah, okay. Awesome. I wanted to apply to the Tokyo one back in 2020, but we all know how that went. All righty. If there are any other updates and big wins, feel free to interrupt anytime. Otherwise, we'll move on to new items. Anyone have any new items that they've noticed that we need to put into our work stream? I don't think I've noticed anything. I haven't seen any Slack requests. I haven't seen any GitHub issues this week. Cool. All righty, we'll move into our table then. Moving right along. Hina messaged me this morning and said that she wouldn't be able to join us today. So I don't have any updates on updating the issue template thing. I don't know where we are with that. I guess I can click these links and see if anything has changed so far. Probably not. This file is used as an issue form template. Interesting, new alert from GitHub on that page. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's any update on that just yet. But still, we have the team in GitHub to be alerted about things. We just don't have the issue template updated to automatically alert us yet. Next item, the contributor tip tweet on merge method squash. Chris needed to update the GitHub issue where he was moving his blog post into the dev site. Guessing he hasn't. There was an update on May 26th. May 27th. I think this is active. Looks like changes are still requested though. Any other updates though, Frederico?
No, it's pretty much the same. So I've checked this last Wednesday, unless in the last 2 days there has been some movement. I think it's all the same.
Okay. I'm going to ping Chris about that right now, though, just to make sure that gets going. He's been pretty busy with stuff going on this week, though, so no worries if he doesn't get to it. Tide squash blog post. Lovely. Alrighty, Chris has been alerted, so there's some movement. Next thing is the buffer thing. I think I heard that the requests for funding was approved, but Bob asked me some other question about it that I didn't know the answer to. Something about like how to actually use buffer. And I was like, oh yeah, I was hoping that Chris would teach us that because he's used it before, but he's going to be unavailable for that. So we'll have to figure it out ourselves. So we still don't have it quite yet, but I think it's still moving through the system. And I'll ping Bob about that right now. That sounds like a good idea. Except I don't have Bob messages in my easy directs. Gotta find it. He's unavailable right now. Oh yeah, he's out for the holiday. All right, so I will put it on my list to ping in steering about that instead, because I was supposed to do that last week and I didn't. I let Bob do it instead, so I should just check on the status myself. Steering buffer check. Alrighty. Very excited for that. I hope we get it soon. Should be sometime in the next few weeks, I think, is what Bob told me earlier. So try to keep an eye on that. Next item. So I'm skipping the two there that are about buffer stuff and going down to the role description for the events role. Avinash, I know I sent you that example and then I didn't say anything else. So I haven't been very helpful. We've been meaning to meet up on that. That's still the status on it. Oh no, Avinash is not here.
He is not present here.
Yeah, never mind. I even wrote down the attendance in the notes this morning and I was like, I should do this more often because then I'll actually remember who's here. As we've seen, that is not true. But that's okay. I will check up with Avinash on that and I'll put it on my to-do list as well. Last time I put like check over the sheet for the things you need to do and that did not work, but at least I did the tweets because I put that on my to-do list every day until I got them done. Avinash events rule. Cool. Should probably reach out to Hina too while I'm at it about the PM role concept. Roles week. That's what next week will be if I can manage to do it because it will be a short week anyway. Anyway, next thing, feature blogs. Those are pretty much done. So I'm going to remove that row. Alrighty, and next item. I'm wondering now if we have the annual report stuff in here. Hopefully we do. If we don't, I should fix that. But anyway, I'm going to continue with the list and then come back to that. Review repo, look into adding description of roles. Yeah, related to that top one. I should really combine those. Update GitHub repo to contributor comms name. Yeah, that's still on me. I need to decide when exactly we're going to put those 4 PRs into action. name change PRs. Okay. And SIG spotlights. Who wants to talk about SIG spotlights?
Well, I can start. So sorry for the background noise. Exactly now, some mowing is happening outside. SIG storage is just like last time. I'm waiting for the comments and feedback on the ACMD one. I'm not sure if there's something that I should do more, because otherwise this will stay in this status indefinitely. So if there's something that I need to do, so ask more people or anything, tell me, because I'm just like in a loop and with an if clause, and I won't go anywhere otherwise. So that's for the SIG storage one. For the SIG architecture, I pinged back the SIG architecture shares for their availability now that the freeze, that the feature freeze is done, and I'm still waiting for their reply.
Sounds good. The SIG storage group also might have been kind of underwater because of the code freeze. So you could ping them and be like, hey, I know code freeze is done now. I was wondering if you'll have time for this.
No, but from SIG storage, the work is done.
Oh, okay.
So I already have the file in ACMD for our internal revision process.
Ah, okay. Sorry, misunderstood.
Yeah, that's the one that I've shared in our channel, and it's there. And I'm waiting for comments before opening the PR, which I think it's the process, right?
Excellent. Yeah, you should ping us to remind us of that. Since that channel is new and everything, it's easy to forget that things are in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually put this in both ContribEx and com, so I'll do the same. I'll ping in both channels just in case someone is missing. No?
Well, I guess you might as well. It's not like it hurts anything to do that.
It's all the same to me. Yeah, I can do it just in comms. No worries.
Either way, I'm hoping that ContribEx comms will become the place for that stuff, and it'll be easy for us to deal with it.
And then we should work towards that. And a good way to do it is not to mix things between the channels. So I'll do it in there.
We'll try. Hopefully you won't need the other channel, but if you do, like, you can always use it. So
yeah. To go.
Sounds good. So we're repinging on that, and that also needs to go on my to-do list. Review draft. So that, like we said, will be in the Slack channel for anyone who's up to review a draft of something. So watch out for that and join us in the review. Shared with channel. Pinging to remind people it exists. Common thing with blog posts. You get to one point and somebody's busy and nothing happens and you have to remind them. Happens all sorts of places along the way. Thank you very much, Federico. And anyone else here? Yes, Atarva is here. And Perniswar is also here. Yes. So you all have any updates on your SIG Spotlight stuff?
Yeah, I said in the last meeting at till 4th of July, I can't do anything. After that,
okay.
I can definitely help.
I should like put names by these. This one was Atarva. And you haven't picked, did you pick a SIG already, Atarva?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Funny, you have wrote it in the left side of the left side column that Atarva will be out.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
See, this is why I told myself to go back through the table last Friday to clean it up, because I knew I didn't do a very good job with that. Okay. Till after 4th. So we should check in on that next week.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I will probably do that automatically anyway. Sounds good. Thank you, Tarva. And Perdiswar, any updates? I see there was the update from 624. I think that's the one you put in last time.
There's an update. I think my internet is a bit fake, so I wrote it out in the chat only.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Nodded.
Thank you. I'll read that out loud for you. For SIG Docs, the interview was done async with Google Form. Awesome. Ray and Divya filled it out, but couldn't find Natalie's response, even though she said she did fill it in. Always some technical problem. I pinged her once again yesterday about it to do it once more whenever she feels like she can, since she isn't feeling well. Okay. And should I wait some more time to start a draft? If you feel like you have enough to go ahead and start a draft, you're welcome to go ahead and start. Or if you feel like you really want Natalie's input, you're welcome to wait. There's no hard deadlines on these, which is a nice thing about them. So if you feel like you need to wait a little bit longer, feel free. Sound good? Awesome. So filled out the interview form, waiting for one of the chairs. I guess Natalie is a chair, right? Waiting for writing a draft. Okay, perfect. All righty. And if you all need any help, please feel free to ping us and use the Slack channel and all that good stuff anytime. And next item, we've left this Katacoda thing on here mainly because it's cool to be able to track what's going on with the Katacoda stuff. So Ray, I saw that you were updating that.
Yeah, so I just clarified it, that the scenario is no longer available. So there are scenarios on Kubernetes.io that is available, and those have been moved to, or Katacoda moved them to their own, to another server that's still publicly available. If on this one, and I believe the contributor one is no longer available. So I think we should start looking into migrating to like Killer Coda or another platform. I know Deba was looking to Killer Coda as well.
I'm just going to put that note somewhere in this long set of notes, considering moving to another platform like Killer Coda.
There's Killer Coda, Play with Kubernetes. Those are the ones I remember off the top of my head that are kind of available.
What was the other one? Playing with Kubernetes?
Yeah, Play with Kubernetes.
Okay. Straightforward. Okay. Good to know. I don't think there's anything else for us to go over on that. I think I heard something about that this week about like, and that training platform is no longer available, and just kind of disrupted some things. Seems like it was kind of sudden.
Yeah, they
I think we discussed that
less than a
week.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. We can keep an eye on that. Mainly because it's interesting, not because we have anything really involved with that, but seems like a good thing for us to know about. Yes, we do have annual report stuff in here. Nice. So annual report stuff is done. I never updated that. The report is there. I guess we don't need this Slack archives thing anymore, but whatever. We were all trying to do some work on this. I know Deba set up a doc, and I know there have been a few requests to the GitHub repo for tweets on that this week. Anyone else got anything on that?
Yeah, so regarding the tweets, like all the help wanted sections are already mentioned in the doc. We just have to form the tweet for all the 6. And till now 60 to 70% is done, and some are remaining, so I'll complete it this weekend itself, and then we'll be ready to roll out tweets.
Awesome. Go Pratish.
So just as a small comment, I actually edited used that document, and I took the liberty of adding some additional sections because it was focused on the SIGs, but there's that initial section on accolades and contributor profile, etc. So I just added those sections, and I followed the same format that was in that document, copying some parts of the text to give some context, and also I've copied some of the tweet suggestions that I had on the ECMD file. So
perfect. And so you've added those into the document that
into the document, yeah.
Deba created.
Exactly.
And I know Deba created a couple of PRs for a couple of the tweets. So those ones haven't been made into PRs yet. They're just here.
Yeah, exactly. And one question is, so I was under the impression that there will be some kind of revision and then the PRs. But if it's better just to push forward with the PRs, I can also do that. So
tweet PRs are pretty lightweight. We usually don't have a lot of feedback on them, if any.
Yeah.
So I'd say go ahead if you're comfortable.
Perfect.
Cool. Was there another comment someone wanted to make? No. Okay. Sounds good. Is any help needed with this stuff? Sounds like, Federico, you've got several PRs to make. Pratish, you were going to fill out the rest of the sections in here. Did you want any help assigning some of those to other folks, or you got it?
I might need some help in like forming those tweets. So because after forming it, we also have to check the character limits too.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a bit lengthy process. So one more, if anyone would like to jump in, that would be great.
Okay. Are there specific ones that you want help with?
Specifically the working groups stuff.
Okay.
I can all the working groups are there.
Okay.
I personally, I think that if you can go on and choose the ones that you do and mark them there as done, that's perfect, because then myself will go through, find the gaps, and add to those. So I'll start with the work groups as you mentioned. But anyway, I think that's a plan.
Sounds
Agreed.
good. Sounds good.
If you go through and do mark the ones that you've already done, go ahead and post that in our channel too. That way folks will know, like, this is ready for you to come in and help out with.
I'll basically write a done word with green background and something, so that will be a marker that
Okay,
that is
sounds
done.
good. Awesome. Yeah, more opportunities to use the Slack channel. Hoping it'll be a thing. You never know when you have a new tool. It's like, will people actually use it? Will we actually pay attention to it? I hope we will. I think it'll be awesome if we do. Okie dokie. Anything else you want to talk about with regard to the annual report tweets? All righty. Sounds good. So folks, be on the lookout for that in our channel and watch for things you can help with, especially the working group tweets. Next, the enhancement freeze tweet. That happened? That was a while ago. It's already done now, so
yeah,
I guess it doesn't matter. But that did happen, right, Atarva?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You approved it. Yeah.
Okay. Never remember these things. So that one's done. How do I delete a row? Why does it not want to let me delete a row? Oh, I am like not signed in. For some reason, my computer logged me out in the middle of us discussing everything. So I've got to log back in. I don't have access to Google Docs from my Google account. All right. we're going to reopen the notes in my other account because my work account is being persnickety. Oh, no. Okay. And I clicked the link. It just reopened. Yep. And it seems fine. All right. Technical problem resolved. Now I can delete that row. Delete row. Lovely. Alrighty. And next thing, review requested on APAC Meet Our Contributors blog. Did that actually finally go out? No, I haven't seen it in the blog.
I think the PR is still
Yeah.
up.
Sounds good. Last update was that you had reviewed the draft and there was a PR up.
Yeah, and then Josh and Tim reviewed the PR, so there's some. I think everything's been addressed.
It looks that way. It still says review requested, but it's a green check mark, and there's a comment saying that the changes have been made. So I guess it would just need like an LGTM and approve from the right folks. Do we need to ping someone on that? Because it looks like it hasn't moved in a few days. Oh, that was 12 hours ago. So probably leave that for a little bit. The right folks will probably get to that. That's good. And back over here. Changes have been made. Waiting for approval. Okay. And last item, we'd assigned Avinash to check on the completion of the Ingress Engine X survey thing that Josh asked us about last time. And that was needed within the next few days, and we wanted to check back on it today. So Avinash, were you able to keep track of that? Is Avinash here? Avinash is not here. I did this earlier. No, I did this earlier. All right, so I'll check with Avinash on that and maybe also with Josh. Using too many different tools to keep track of things. I should keep it all in one place. Check on Nginx survey. Got a full day of to-do list stuff already. Sounds good. And I assume nobody else has been tracking that. Nobody else knows what's going on with the Nginx survey. Cool. I'll check up on that. Alrighty. So that's all of our regular stuff from our table. Might as well check to see if there are any tweet drafts that I haven't noticed yet. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. All right, so does anyone have anything else? Any items that they just want to discuss? This is really early for us to be done.
I had one thing. So recently I took up this issue. I have dropped it in the chat. So the issue is basically that while publishing the articles in the contributor site, there is some anomaly, like the articles get published before the scheduled date or time. So I need to fix that issue, and I was going through the code base of like the Hugo code base, and I was not able to figure out which part of the code is actually used for scheduling. So if anyone can point me to any contact who will be having some idea about the code base, and I can refer to them.
So there's an issue where blog posts on cates.dev are publishing too early.
Mm-hmm.
What is the mechanism that's normally used to control when they go out?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So we need more information about how that happens, right? Is what you're looking for?
Yeah, I just need a point of contact whom I can reach out, or who will be having a better idea about the contributor side code base.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would imagine it would all be in GitHub here.
Any of the approvers. I previously reached out to Bob regarding the Yogo code base.
He's out until Wednesday, though.
Okay, so then who are the rest of the approvers or maybe owners?
That's a good idea. Check the owner's file. What a novel concept. Something I've been learning the last few weeks here, I feel like, is like, check the owner's file. Those are actually useful and we should keep them up to date. Any of the approvers for the contributor site should have more info. Bob is one of them.
Contributor site or maybe the website also, right? Because the folks who built the website, who were working on the website, also worked on the contributor site. So maybe both of the owners or approvers.
Possibly. The folks more closely to the dev site, of course, would probably have more relevant info. But who knows? I haven't looked through the contributor site code myself. I know that it's a Hugo site, but not much more.
I remember once, I guess Bob or Chris was telling like everything you need to do related to code or something, it will be under the hack directory.
Okay.
But yeah, it's having a very huge bash script and I'm not able to understand anything.
That makes sense. Yeah, I just clicked on that. That is a large bash script. Do like a bash script though. Interesting. Yeah. I know that Chris was involved with creating it some too, but I mean, he's not available either. Where's the owner's file for this repo? I wonder if I can find it. There it is. Josh, Jiffy, and Bob. So all of which are in the US. Clearly, we need to diversify our set of owners for the contributor site. So it's Bob, Josh, and Jiffy. I know Jiffy, I talked to him on a call yesterday. Of course, Josh was also on that call, but you could try reaching out to them. What is Jiffy's Slack?
Okay, I think I should reach out to Jiffy. I guess like beforehand also, I reached out to him once while the contributor summit planning was going on. So yeah, I think he'll be a great point of contact.
Yeah, he's also like working with the CNCF on a lot of stuff. So does he work for the CNCF now? I don't think so.
He does.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah,
yes. I was like, was that the one that I heard about last? I feel like I've heard several people gone to the CNCF lately. Cool. So he's a good person to know. All the US folks will be on holiday-ish this weekend. But try Jiffy. Cool. And I think I'll add that to our table so that we can check on that next week. And if you haven't seen any progress on that, we can insert row below. And grab that link. Issue link, put that in here. Issue with KDev site. And that was Pritish. You're working on that, right? And need info on where to find code. Where to find / how to interpret. Awesome. How did you find out about this issue, by the way, out of curiosity?
Oh, Josh dropped it in the
Hmm.
contributor comms Slack channel.
Saying it needed some help?
So in the last meeting, we were discussing about the contributor site. Like there are some work which needs like reviewing blog post and stuff, and another developing development of contributor site. So this was part of the development.
Wonderful. I know several of the folks on here are interested in improving their development skills, which I am totally useless at guiding you through. So I'm glad we have some opportunities, hopefully, to help folks with that. It would also be really nice if we develop some expertise with the contributor site, because that seems like something we should be familiar with, maybe develop some ownership of. I think the folks who are currently in charge of it would probably appreciate that if we could. So maybe we should make that a priority, trying to learn as much as we can about that. Gonna write that down. Should we make it a priority to try to take some ownership of? Develop expertise. Cool. Noted. Thanks for bringing that up. Any other comments on that or other things folks want to discuss? All right. If not, I guess we can finish up a little bit early. Madness. What a thing. All right. Thank you all so much for joining today, and I'll stop the recording.